Students, this video is in continuation with the previous video on direct indirect speech. In the previous video, I had discussed with you how to transform assertive sentences from direct to indirect speech by following 6 simple steps. So before we proceed further, let's discuss the steps that I had discussed with you in the previous video. The first step was to identify the reporting verb, the subject and object of the reporting verb, first, second and third person pronoun, and then the tense. Then you had to change the reporting verb. Said to will change to told, said remains said, say to will change to tell, and says to will change to tells. Then third was a simple step wherein you were asked to remove the inverted comma and insert that in place of it. Then change of pronoun. First person pronoun will change according to the subject of reporting verb. Second person pronoun will change according to the object of reporting verb, and there is no change in the third person pronoun. Then comes change of tense. The tense of the reported speech will change only if the reporting verb is in past tense or it is not a universal truth or habit. Any form of present tense will change to similar form of past tense. For example, simple present changes to past, simple past. Present continuous will change to past continuous. Present perfect will change to past perfect, and present perfect continuous will change to past perfect continuous. Simple present will change to simple past will change to past perfect. Past continuous will change to past perfect continuous, and there is no change in tense in case the reported speech is in past perfect or past perfect continuous tense. In that case, the tense of the statement will not change. Then shall will change to should, can will change to could, may to might, must to had to or remains must, and has to and have to will change to had to. So these are the simple rules of the tenses that I had discussed with you in the last video. Then coming to the sixth step, wherein you were asked to update time specific words. For example, here will change to there, tomorrow, the next day, today changes to that day, yesterday changes to the previous day, this changes to that, now changes to then, tonight changes to that night. So these are the 6 simple steps that you need to remember in order to transform assertive sentences from direct speech to indirect speech. So for imperative, interrogative and exclamatory sentences also, the steps remains the same. Only this step where you have to replace inverted commas with that, there is a change in this step. Otherwise, all the steps remain the same. So let's discuss interrogative sentences first. As you all know, interrogative sentences are sentences asking a question. And there are certain rules for changing interrogative sentences into indirect speech. Interrogative sentences are of 2 types: yes-no type questions or verbal questions, and WH type questions. So let's discuss it in detail. First, we will discuss yes-no type questions. When the reported speech is a yes-no type question, the conjunction if or whether is used, and the interrogative statement or question is converted into an assertive statement. This is a very important step that you need to remember, that the interrogative sentence will be changed to an assertive sentence when you change direct speech into indirect speech. You will remove the question and you will put a full stop at the end of the statement, and the interrogative statement will be changed into an assertive statement. Other changes like tense, pronouns are made as usual and the question mark is removed. So the 6 simple steps that I had discussed with you, that will be there. Instead of removing inverted commas, I said you have to replace inverted commas with that. But in this case, the inverted commas will be removed with if or whether. Remember, in interrogative statements which are yes-no type questions, right? In those interrogative sentences, you will remove inverted commas and you will add if or whether in place of that. Let's understand this in detail with help of few examples. Beta, we are discussing yes no type questions where the answer to the questions asked will be in yes or no. So only in that case you will remove the inverted commas and add if or whether. I suggest you to add if only because students usually make spelling mistake while writing whether. So it's better if you use if in while changing direct speech into indirect speech in case of yes no type questions. So let's take a look at the first example. I said to Mayur, do you like mangoes? So again, you have to follow the same steps that I have told you earlier. First thing is you need to identify subject and object of the reporting verb. Subject, object of the reporting verb, then the reporting verb, then comes the replacement of inverted commas with if in case of yes no type questions. Then after that, change of pronouns according to the first person pronoun will change according to the subject of reporting verb, second person pronoun will change according to the object of reporting verb, and there is no change in the third person pronoun. So the rules remain the same, except I told you replace inverted commas with that. Only that rule will only that step could be omitted, or in place of that here, for example, we are using if in place of inverted commas, so that could change. Otherwise the other steps will remain the same as it is. Change of tense will be changed according to the rules I have already discussed, and then the update we have to update the specific time specific words as I had told you earlier. So the things remain the same in these type of sentences also. Only where I had told you that you have to replace inverted commas with that, in that is the step where a change is done. Otherwise other 5 steps remain the same. So instead of said to, we will use asked. So you need to remember that said to reporting verb, said to will change to asked. Right? So here I asked Mayur, remove inverted commas, add if he liked mangoes. See, the statement is in simple present tense, and we have to transform this statement into assertive statement. This is an interrogative statement with the question mark. We have to change this statement into assertive statement. So how will we change that? Immediately after if, we will use the noun or pronoun that is used in the statement. Here it is you, which will be changed according to this. It will be changed to he, as it is Mayur here. So Mayur is a boy. I asked Mayur if he. Immediately after if, we have used a noun or pronoun according to the statement given. Liked, simple past, simple present changes to simple past. Liked mangoes with the full stop. Let's take another example. Rohan said to his brother. Again, said to reporting verb, subject, object, then tense of the statement is present continuous tense. It will change to past continuous, and if or whether will be used in place of inverted commas. Of course, the nouns and pronouns, you will be changed here according to the subject and object of the reporting verb. Rohan asked his brother whether. You can use here if also instead of whether. Rohan asked his brother, so said to has changed to asked his brother whether or if he. So immediately after if or whether, we have used a noun or pronoun. Pronoun here is he. Then simple present continuous tense is changed to past continuous tense. He was going with him. So another example, did you pay the electricity bills? Said mother to Parag. So here subject, object, said to, reporting verb. Then the tense of the statement is, did you pay the electricity bill? So it is simple past tense. And what is the rule? Simple past tense changes to past perfect tense. So mother asked Parag if or whether he, again after if or whether we have to immediately use a pronoun, if he had paid the electricity bill. So rest of the things remain the same. Question mark is removed, full stop is added. But you need to remember that the interrogative statement has to be changed to assertive statement when we change direct speech to indirect speech. Let's take another example. Neha said to Karthik, will you marry me? So, subject, object, reporting verb, tense of the statement is future tense. Simple will change to would. That is the rule here, no? Neha asked Karthik if he would marry her. Me will change according to the subject of the reporting verb. So these are the simple rules of changing interrogative statement with yes no type questions to indirect speech. So now let's discuss WH type questions. So WH type questions are the questions which are not yes no type questions. No conjunction is used, whereas the WH word itself works as conjunction to join the reporting verb with the reported speech. So no conjunction here, like no that is used, no if or whether is used. But what is used instead of that? That we use WH word in the question as a reporting verb to join the reporting verb with the reported speech. That is used as a conjunction to join the reporting verb with the reported speech. All other changes are made in the same manner as yes no type questions. Rest of the things remain the same. That is that we have to convert interrogative sentences into assertive sentences, and other changes like tense, pronouns, etc. that is made as usual, right? So let's see few examples. The first example is the man said to the boy, where did you come from? So why do we call this WH questions? So the question begins with WH, no? So even how comes in WH question, though it doesn't begin with WH, but it is not a yes no question. So that is why we include it in WH question. So all the questions that do not have their answer in yes or no, they are WH questions, and the same rule goes for the WH questions, means there is no conjunction used here. Only the WH word that is used will be used as a conjunction to join a reporting verb with the reporting speech. See, let's take this example. The man said to the boy, again you have to identify the subject, the object, the reporting verb, then the pronouns, then the tense of the reporting speech. Where did you come from? So the tense is simple past tense. So students, they usually make mistake while converting simple past tense. Simple past tense is changed to past perfect tense. So let's see how the tense, how the statement is transformed. The man asked the boy. So said to will be changed to asked in case of interrogative. So that remains the same. Just simply other words are also used like inquired, but I suggest that let it be simple. Just change said to into asked in case of interrogative. The man asked the boy, see where. So immediately we have to, when we remove inverted commas, we have begun with WH word. But remember the WH word, W of WH word here is a small letter, not a capital letter. Do not make punctuation errors, please. So the man asked the boy, where? Immediately after the conjunction or after the joining word, you have to use a pronoun. You need to remember that, because only then interrogative statement will be converted into assertive statement, no? So immediately after WH word here, you have to use the pronoun according to the statement and not the helping verb. If you use the helping verb, then that the statement is wrong. You are not converting it to a assertive sentence then. So immediately after the joining word, you have to use pronoun. So in case of yes no type questions also, I told you immediately after if or whether you have to use a pronoun, right? So the man asked the boy where he had come from. Simple past tense is changed to past perfect tense with the full stop at the end. Second example, Anoop said to me, which movie do you like the most? See, all the questions are here asked here are not yes no type questions. So that is why we are not using if or whether to join the statement here, to join the reporting verb with the reporting speech. So that is why we are not using if and whether. So WH word is used as a connector to join reporting word with reporting speech. So Anoop said to me, subject, object, reporting verb, tense of the statement. It is simple present tense, so it will be changed to simple past tense. So that things remain the same. Change of pronoun remain the same. If there is any time specific word used, that also will change. Right? The rest of the things, the rules, the steps that I told you earlier, that remain the same. Only I have told you that the third step wherein I had asked you to remove inverted comma and add that, only that step will be changed. Rest of the step will go as they were, as they are followed in assertive sentences. Same thing will be followed here also. Anoop asked me which movie I liked the most. See, here also WH word is used as a connector. Which movie I liked the most. See here, which movie do. So do is a helping verb. Since it is simple present tense, it will be changed to simple past tense. Do, does, did is removed in all these cases. We are not using do, does and did. And instead of that, we are changing the statement. We are using pronoun instead of do, does and did. Here also instead of did, we used a pronoun first. And then came the helping verb or the verb. Here also instead of do, we have used a pronoun. And then came the verb. Right? So first the pronoun and then the verb. That is the rule. First you will use the pronoun and then you will use the verb. If you are using the verb first and pronoun after that, that is wrong. Right? So first the pronoun and then the verb. You need to remember that. Harsh said to his mother, subject of reporting verb, object of reporting verb, then the reporting verb, who was the first man to travel to the space. So here again we are joining it as Harsh asked his mother who the first man to travel the space had been. See, the tense of the statement is past continuous tense. Hence, it will be changed to past perfect continuous tense. Had been will be used in the statement. So, the statement will be transformed as Harsh said to his mother, who was the first man to travel to space? Harsh asked his mother, who the first man to travel to the space had been. Let's take another example. I said to her, how long will you stay here? So, will change to would. Here will change to there. I asked her how long she would stay there. So this was all about interrogative sentences. Now coming to imperative sentences. Before we proceed, you need to know what are imperative sentences. Imperative sentence is a type of sentence that gives instructions, advice, or expresses a command, order, direction, or even a request. So in case of imperative sentences, the preposition to is used in place of conjunction after the reporting verb. So, in assertive sentences, we had removed inverted commas and we will add that. In interrogative sentences, in yes-no type questions, we will remove the inverted commas, we will add if or whether. And in interrogative sentences with WH questions, the WH word will be used as the connector between the reporting verb and the reporting speech, or will be used instead of inverted commas. But in case of imperative sentences, the preposition to is used in place of conjunction after the reporting verb. Depending upon the type of imperative sentence, that is, if it is a order, suggestion, advice, request, etc., the reporting verb is changed into ordered, suggested, advised, requested, etc. So according to this statement, if it is a order, then you will use reporting verb as ordered, or suggested in case of a suggestion, advised in case of a advice given in the statement, and requested in case it is a request is made in the statement. In case of negative imperative sentences such as don't play there, so it is a kind of advice also, it is a kind of suggestion also, and it could be a sort of warning. So in this case, to is put after not that follows the reporting verb, right? So in case of negative imperative sentences, to is put after not that follows the reporting verb. It will be clear when we do few examples. In case of sentences beginning with let's, the reporting verb is changed to proposed or suggested. Let's, the sentences beginning with lest, will in that case reporting verb will be changed to proposed or suggested. Let's understand how to change imperative sentences from direct to indirect speech with help of few examples. The teacher said to the students, quickly settle down and open your books. The teacher is ordering the students to quickly open their books and settle down. So here again the rest of the steps remain the same. You need to identify the subject of reporting verb, object of reporting verb, the reporting verb, the pronouns used, the tense of the statement, that the things remain the same. So see how the sentence will be transformed. The teacher ordered, since it is an order. So I've already told you. So the reporting verb here will change according to the statement. If the statement gives an order, that is why you've used ordered here. The teacher ordered the students to settle down. See, to in place of inverted commas, we have used to settle down quickly and open their books. So this is how the sentence will be transformed. Rati said to Mani, please pass the salt and pepper. So it is a request. Rati requested Mani to pass the salt and pepper. So instead of inverted commas, we have used to, and please is removed because we've already added requested here. So you will not use please here. So Rati requested Mani to pass the salt and pepper. Pari said to her friend, take proper test. So Pari advised, this is a device that you should consult a doctor and take proper rest. So Pari advised her friend to take proper rest. So just simply removing the inverted commas, adding to, and then the sentence obviously will change according to the tense. The rules that we have followed in the tenses, that has to be applied. But since here take proper rest, so here it remains the same. I said to my sister, let's go for a movie tonight. So here tonight will change to that night. So it is a suggestion. So let's is used. I have already told you that when let's, the statement begins with let's, it's better if you use suggestion in the reporting verb. I suggested my sister that, so that is used in case of suggestion. When the sentence begins with let's, you should add suggested. In case you should change said to suggested, and then you should join the statement with that. I suggested my sister that we should go for a movie that night. So this is how the statement is changed in this case. The statement that begins with let's should have suggested in indirect speech, and it is joined with that. So this is how the statement will be transformed. I want you to take a look at negative and imperative sentences also, where I had said that you have to use to, and it should be put after not. So see the case here. He said, please do not disturb me. He requested not to disturb him. See here, not is followed by to. To is put after not. So this is how you will change negative imperative statements. So in here, he requested not to disturb him. This is how the negative imperative statement will be changed into indirect speech. Now let's discuss rules of changing exclamatory sentences into indirect speech. The sentences containing sudden expression of joy, sorrow, anger, applause, surprise, or contempt are called exclamatory sentences. I think all of you know that. And the sentences have exclamation mark. All the exclamatory sentences have an exclamation mark. That is this mark in the sentence. It could be either at the end of the statement or immediately after the exclamatory word used in the statement. We replace the reporting verb with exclaimed with joy, exclaimed with sorrow, exclaimed with surprise, etc., according to the sense of the reported speech. So according to the sense of the reported speech, we use these phrases. So these are used in place of the reporting verb. So according to the sense that is conveyed in the reporting speech, obviously an exclamatory statement will have exclaimed with. Joy, sorrow or surprise depends upon the sense of the reported speech. The conjunction that is used. So in this case also, in case of exclamatory sentences also, conjunction that is used. Let's take few examples. Let's discuss few examples. See the first example. Ritu said, wow, that's beautiful. So wow shows that the joy is being expressed by Ritu. So how will it be changed? Ritu exclaimed with joy that. You will remove the inverted commas, you will remove the exclamatory word also, that it was beautiful. Since it's simple present tense, it will change to simple past tense. We have used was here. He said, alas. So alas is the expression of sorrow. So he exclaimed with sorrow, his heartbeats have stopped. He exclaimed with sorrow that his heartbeats had stopped. So it is simple past tense. It will change to past perfect tense. So other rules, other steps remains the same. She said, oops, the power is cut. So where you do not know what kind of exclamation it is, you can simply omit. She exclaimed that the power was cut. Simple present tense will change to simple past tense. Abe said, hurrah, this again, expression of extreme happiness. You can use joy also. Abe said, hurrah, we won. Abe said with extreme happiness that they won. So this is all about how we transform direct speech into indirect speech. So I hope all of you have understood. In case you have any doubt, in case anything is not clear, do let me know in the comment section. And I would also like to tell you that you can get vice versa also. You can get an indirect statement and you will be asked to change into direct speech. In that case, students, they often make mistakes in punctuation. So that must be taken care of. That inverted commas should be used in case, for example, if we take this example only. So if you get a statement, Ritu exclaimed with joy that it was beautiful. So how will you write it into direct speech? So vice versa also, you need to go through the video again, see how the sentences will be changed from indirect speech to direct speech. Right? The rules will go opposite then. So it is, simple past tense. Here in this case, it should have simple present tense, and obviously exclaimed with joy. You need to add a word, to express the joy, like wow here. So this is how the statements will be transformed. I hope the video is clear and it is helpful to you. Thank you so much.